From MontanaSports.com, this is MTN Sports Extra.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Sports Extra on a Saturday night. I'm Tom Wiley. Thanks for joining us. First tonight, Big Sky teams wrapping up their non-conference schedules this week before the gauntlet of league play begins in earnest. For the Montana Grizzlies, that means the completion of a home-and-home series with Indiana State, originally announced in 2020.
Sycamores making the trip to Missoula for the first time ever. These teams played back in 2022 in Terre Haute, Indiana. First break of the game comes courtesy of Eli Gilman. In the first quarter, breaks loose up the sideline, and he goes 69 yards for the score, the first of 3 touchdowns for Gilman. Next drive, those Sycamores would find an answer. Keegan Patterson, he is unloading downfield, and he'll find his favorite target, Rashad Rochelle. He'll haul it in, a 51-yard score. We are all tied up at 7 apiece. Then in the second quarter, Keali'i Ayat continuing his coming out party. 14 yards on the draw, and it's 21-7 Montana. Lakers backed up here. This might have been the play of the game. Solomon Tuliaupupu with the sack. The ball comes loose, and it's a party in the end zone. Missoula Sentinels TJ Roush with the recovery. 28-7 Montana. Then just before half, Ayat steps away from pressure. He'll look to the end zone and find Josh Gale for his first career touchdown as a Montana Grizzly. 35-7 at the break. Third quarter, Patterson looking over the middle, but Peyton Wing had a monster day with the interception that led to another Gilman touchdown, and this one warmed the hearts of everybody in Washington Grizzly Stadium. They're up big, and it's Browning's Tommy Running Rabbit working hard to get his opportunity, and he's in for the ends touchdown from Blackfeet Nation to Grizz Nation. That puts an exclamation point on this one. 63-20 Montana.
We saw it from the offense, but I thought defensively it was a good first half, and they didn't have that in the first 2 weeks, Jordan, but the defense stepped up to get it done.
Bringing pressure, they live and die by it, creating a lot of problems for the Sycamores with the pressure that they had, bringing 6 often. I mean, you can see right here with these sacks that they had and pressure up the middle. Look at Peyton Wing right there on a zero pressure from the Mike linebacker position. Tolbert coming off the edge. Schwartz and Peck getting in there. This was probably, though, this next play, the play of the game. Solomon Tuliaupupu coming off the edge with a strong tackle. Sack fumble, touchdown Roush, and the Grizzlies.
And that 3-3-5 defense was active early and often in this victory. And then when you talk about the quarterback, Keali'i Ayat, he took a next step today.
We've been looking for him to graduate in his progressions and make plays down the field. 81% from the pocket today, Trey. You can see him doing it with his legs here when he has to. That's what he leaned on more last year, but he can run. He's electric. Right here you see him running. For guys to get open, and right here just dotting up Deaver on the deep post across the middle for a touchdown.
Plenty of offense. In fact, they neared a school record 647 yards of total offense for Montana, and the Stars, of course, stepped up in Gilman and Ayat. And another guy defensively, Elijah Tolbert, was big. Here's Kyle with number 11.
Thanks. So Elijah, a 63-20 victory. I mean, what a game. And, a lot of the guys got subbed out pretty early because of a blowout. So walk me through what's going through your mind and, of course, improving to 3-0.
Yes, sir. I'm just grateful for all the guys that we have. We work very hard in practice. We prepare every day, try to have a beat-the-day mentality. And it shows every time we come on the field with how hard we play. And it's credit to all the guys. I just love them and the coaches.
They score on that big home run play, and then from there you guys kind of put the clamps down on them until kind of garbage time down the stretch. What changed, or how were you guys able to adjust to kind of slow them down the rest of the way?
Just listening to coach, executing. That was the whole thing about this game. Just executing, being the best Montana Grizzlies that we all could be. And once we got dialed in and just started executing as a team, communicating more all around, I felt like we started doing way better.
I got to ask you, as 3 games as a Montana Grizzly, what's it been like out here? The big one last week, a blowout today. What's it been like so far?
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love the atmosphere. I'm thankful for all the fans. I'm grateful to be a part of here, and I just love everything about Montana. Just how everybody welcomed me with open arms, and I'm just so proud to be a part of this team.
Last question for me. When a blowout happens, you get to watch the young guys come out and do some things, right? We got Tommy Running Rabbit scoring. Just from your perspective as an older guy, what was it like watching those guys get in the game?
Oh, it was amazing. That's why we work so hard. We want everybody to be able to play, and I think once we work so hard, it shows once they start getting in, because we only as strong as the weakest link, and I think all our weakest links are very, very strong. So
Hello, everybody. Last year, Montana State rolled Mercyhurst 52-13 in Bozeman in a game that they only knew was going to happen a couple of months before. This one had been scheduled for a while. Cats finally in the win column after last week's victory over San Diego, welcoming the Lakers back into Bozeman this week. And their opening drive, well, methodical. It ends in a Julius Davis 4-yard touchdown run. MSU up 7-0. Let's jump to the second quarter now. 10-0 Cats. Mercyhurst driving inside the red zone. QB Adam Urena steps up. He's going to be hit by Paul Brott. Ball is out. Recovered by Takari Carr. Great play by the mighty Brott brother. And the Cats offense would capitalize. Adam Jones watched the spin move. Powers his way into the end zone. Fancy footwork from the sophomore made it 17-zip at half. Now, the Cats offense was stagnant in the second half, but the defense, well, they stood tall. This is Mercyhurst in the fourth quarter with a 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Brian Trabell stopped by Hunter Parsons and Caden Dowd. Loss of 1. So 2nd and goal. They try a jet sweep action to Evan Van Dyke. He's stoned by the entire Cats defense for no gain. All right, we go 3rd and goal. Lakers try the other way. Urena rolling. Throws back in the end zone. No one open. So it's 4th and goal. Urena rushed again. This time throws to his right. It's tipped and picked off by Ryan Cray, the Great Falls High Bison. Mercyhurst got to the red zone 5 times in this game, and they didn't score a single point. Cats get the shutout 17-zip. They're 2-2 going into conference play next week. Casey Conlon for MTN Sports.
Yeah, I'm here with all the players of the game to the defensive line room. But, Paul, I mean, you're the player of the game. What made your D-line so good today?
We just listen to Coach Bapp and Coach Howe, and we take 1-0 each play and play with the aggressive mentality.
You look up at that scoreboard, a shutout, a goose egg for Mercyhurst. How was your defense able to get it done?
Just relentless pursuit. I mean, we never give up, and we just want to do our best, so yeah.
Over to Alec over here. You know, how much trust do you have in the depth of your room?
Oh, I have the ultimate trust in the depth of our room. I mean, we got everyone out here can make plays.
You know, conference play starts next week. What do you guys hope to take from these 2 wins into conference play?
Obviously, there's some mistakes out there. We just got to learn from those and then get them corrected before we start conference play. I mean, that's the most important time of the year, so.
All right, Adam. Well, both you and Julius found the end zone today. How nice is it to be back, the Evil Twins, on this field?
I mean, it's always special to get to play in Bobcat Stadium in front of the best fans in the country. And, yeah, no, we still got some things to clean up, but we're definitely making our way, so it's been good.
You call these the best fans in the country. You're not leaving Bozeman in the month of September. How much does this crowd mean to you?
It means everything. You know, being at home is a huge advantage to us. Just our overall process, how we go about our week. So it's so nice to be here. This is home.
Yeah, your offensive line has dealt with some injuries. Burke Mastel back today. Just how hard are they working to get you guys out there every Saturday to make plays?
Man, it's so hard. I'm so happy for those dudes. You know, sometimes you work this hard and the results aren't there to show, but we're just going to keep on building. We're going to keep on going. At Montana State, we run the ball, and those guys take pride in that, and I'm super happy for them, and then we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going.
Conference play starts next week. How do you defend the title?
Want to know every week. You know, just go about our business. We got a process here at Montana State. Coach Vegan does a great job, and, you know, just never getting complacent, never being okay with average.
Thank you so much, Adam. Congrats on the win.
Still ahead, Indiana Jones is still seeking adventure, but instead of searching for the Holy Grail, he's seeking touchdowns. Sports Extra. We'll be right back.
MTN Sports Extra continues after this. Welcome back to MTN Sports Extra, powered by MontanaSports.com.
Adventure isn't just for the big screen. It's on the football field in Billings as well. Rocky Mountain College has its very own Indiana Jones, a fullback who's less about raiding lost arcs and more about raiding end zones. MTN's Scott Breen has more.
You know, some people are just born with greatness. It may be a talent, it may be a look, or in this case at Rocky Mountain College, an unbeatable name.
My dad and my brother basically named me.
Meet Indiana Jones. No, not this Indiana Jones. They're not even related. But thanks to diehard fans and social media detectives, this Indiana Jones, a freshman, leads this season's nationwide list of college football's greatest names. That's according to the Sporting News.
Yeah, it was definitely a huge shock and pretty cool to see.
When we signed him, I was like, there's no way his name's Indiana Jones. And then he gets here and he's like, oh yeah, I'm Indiana. I'm like, that is awesome.
The Battling Bears posted this welcome on social media when Jones signed back in Feb. They had you pose with the gear. Whose idea was that?
Yeah, that was Coach Stutz's idea.
We told him he better bring it, and so he got that from out at Disneyland or Disney World, and it's an official thing.
They flew me out to New York, me and my whole family.
The Washington native picked Rocky over Montana Tech after roles at receiver, running back, and linebacker in high school. Now, for those not familiar, Indiana Jones, the movie character, launched his legendary status way back in 1981 as an adventurer in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
I didn't really understand it when I was younger until I watched the movies.
There are now 5 Jones movies starring Harrison Ford. This Jones was known for his fedora, fear of snakes.
I hate snakes. I do hate snakes.
And his whip. Jones beat players like Florida State receiver Squirrel White, Central Arkansas's Dude Person, and Mobility at Rice. Should Hollywood produce a 6th movie? At the very least, maybe this Indiana Jones gets stunt double credit. Scott Breen, MTN Sports.
Speaking of Rocky Mountain College, the Bears in action this afternoon against the defending conference champs. MTN's Alec Boffinger has more from Herb Clint Field.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to Herb Clint Field on the campus of Rocky Mountain College. The Battling Bears still eyeing their first win of the season in a big test this afternoon as they welcome in number 9 Montana Western. Bulldogs marching down the field early in this one. Michael Palandri keeps it himself, scampers in from 3 yards out, and it's 7-0. But Rocky answers right back. Luke Holcomb filling in nicely at quarterback today. He finds Eric Lira for the 12-yard score, and we're tied up. Now, just before the halftime buzzer, Billings senior product McLean Berkeley bangs through this field goal from 47 yards, and Western leads it 13-7. Battling Bears not backing down, though. Holcomb flicks the deep ball to Darius Haskin. He races under it for the 42-yard score, and Rocky has a 14-13 lead. But that didn't last long. Palandri finds his tailback, Jacob Humphrey, leaking out of the backfield. That 17-yard score puts the Bulldogs back on top. Palandri far from finished. He rips this one to Eli Norris for 6 more. They get the 2-point conversion, and it's 28-14. Then Palandri delivers the dagger in the 4th quarter. 400 yards of total offense and 4 total touchdowns for Palandri today as the 9th-ranked Bulldogs moved to 2-1 with a 35-21 win. Elsewhere around the Frontier Conference, number 25 Carroll College goes on the road, picks up a massive win at number 11 Dickinson State. The College of Idaho takes care of MSU Northern. 7th-ranked Montana Tech moves to 4-0 as they won on the road today at number 24 Southern Oregon. In Billings, Alec Boffinger, MTN Sports.
Still ahead, the premier cross-country meet in the Northwest held in Missoula. Find out who won the Mountain West Classic after the break.
We'll be right back with more MTN Sports Extra. Welcome back to MTN Sports Extra, powered by MontanaSports.com.
The fastest runners in the Northwest region met in Missoula Saturday morning for the Mountain West Cross Country Classic. MTN Slim Kimmel brings us to the course to show us the winners.
Record turnout for the Mountain West Cross Country Classic at the University of Montana Golf Course in Missoula, with more than 3,500 runners competing. Boys up first, defending champion Owen Thiel of Kalispell Glacier gets out to the fast start, but Thiel faded on the back half, and Bozeman senior Miles Halverson pulls away for the win. He crosses the finish line in 15 minutes, 17 seconds. Fellow Hawk Taylor Neal places second as Bozeman goes 1-2. Girls up next, Glacier's Lauren Beeson, the defending champion, but this one was dominated by Billings Central freshman Addison Keegle. She gets out on a 5:21 pace in the first mile and cruises to the win in a blazing 17:33. Beeson placed second. For complete results, visit MontanaSports.com. In Missoula, Slim Kimmel, MTN Sports.
Girls flag football is the fastest growing sport in Montana, and in Missoula, the 3 newest teams went head-to-head for the first time ever at MCPS Stadium. MTN's Emily Brown takes us to the historic triple header.
As girls flag football continues to grow across the nation, Missoula kicked off its inaugural season, having a crosstown showdown between Hellgate, Sentinel, and Big Sky. Being part of Missoula's first girls flag football season is something the players don't take lightly.
It's easiest to inspire myself with the pressure.
To be able to see high school girls playing football. I mean, that's a huge thing, and it's something that we've never been able to do before.
Especially since they're paving the way for the next generation.
Show them that they can do whatever they want. Like, anything is possible for them.
And that, like, you don't have to be a part of something that's already established. You can be a part of something new, and it can still turn out just as great.
To highlight the game, the Knights, Spartans, and Eagles squared off at MCPS Stadium.
We wanted to make this crosstown game a bigger event, not just a regular Wednesday night game, but we wanted to really showcase the fact that flag football is in Missoula for girls.
And the showdowns drew crowds.
I think it's just really cool to see an all-girls sport be so important to a whole town,
while building the girls' passion for flag football.
It's great to feel like a meaningful member of a team. Everyone's congratulating each other, cheering each other on, and also keeping each other accountable for the mistakes we make and holding each other up.
Soon, these Garden City teams will face squads from all across the Treasure State.
Just a great opportunity for us to really showcase ourselves and show how far we've come.
In Missoula, Emily Brown, MTN Sports.
Still ahead, a recap of the top high school matchups from Friday night. Sports Extra continues after the break.
MTN Sports Extra continues after this. Welcome back to MTN Sports Extra, powered by MontanaSports.com.
A few top 5 matchups on the high school gridiron this weekend led to some fireworks under the lights. MTN's Johnny Walker has your Friday night roundup.
We'll kick things off at the Class AA level. And how about Bozeman and Great Falls combining for 120 points and over 1,200 yards of total offense? Watch as Bozeman QB Van Shockley connects with wideout Reese Sutherland in the end zone for the second time as Hawks take it 70-50. Sticking around Class AA, Crosstown in Billings as Senior takes on West for the 69th time. The story of this game, running back Peyton Cicero, who racks up 3 touchdowns and over 100 yards on the ground, as West shows why they're one of our top 3 teams in the state. And in Class A, it's a rematch of last year's state championship. Number 1 Billings Central taking on number 2 Laurel. Now just sit back and watch this. Running back Michael Thomas shrugs off 1 tackle. Make that 2, 3, and 4 as Rams look like the class of Class A. And over in Whitefish, Class A, Class B crossover game with Eureka. Defense, the name of the game in this one. Watch as the deciding score comes on a late pick 6. And Bulldogs hang on to pull out this rivalry game W. Massive matchup in Class B as top-ranked Manhattan hosts third-ranked Three Forks. Tigers facing 4th and goal here late, and check out the heroics from Sam Stewart to haul in the game-clinching touchdown as Manhattan sneaks past Three Forks. One more Class B matchup to get to in this roundup. Townsend looking to stay undefeated while hosting Big Timber. Bulldog running back Braden Martin goes over 90 yards for the catch and run score as Townsend shuts out Big Timber and moves to 3-0 on the season. And don't forget, you can always find everything from pairings to scores to highlights and so much more on our website, MontanaSports.com. With your Friday football roundup, I'm Johnny Walker.
Well, that's all the time we have for this edition of Sports Extra on a Saturday night. Thanks for joining us. And remember, the action doesn't stop on TV. Head over to MontanaSports.com to relive all the biggest moments from this weekend and look ahead to what's coming next. Have a great night. We'll see you next week on Sports Extra.